Sup, you fools! It's Matt is United. It's hopefully your favorite Eurovision channel, and welcome to another live stream. This is our pre-show of the second semi-final, 2018, and I have my buddies here with me. To my left, it's Le Chris, and then to my right is Le Fernando.
Voila!
Both of your countries are actually in this semi, Denmark and Malta, so we're trying to be as objective as possible, but we can't. Now, we're also fans, right? So, as you know, there are going to be 18 songs competing, and 10 will move on, and 8 are gone, right? So, oops. So, after semi-final 1, which was, we all knew it was going to be a bloodbath, but oh boy, what a bloodbath it was. How confident, like how you feel about this? You think something, I'm not even referring to your country, just in general. Are you like going to be just as nervous right now about this, or you feel less crazy?
I feel actually very nervous, and it's got nothing to do with Denmark being in it. I think there are so many good songs, and my top 10 has been changing all the time. I keep having new favorites. I like all the songs this year. That's my biggest problem.
Yeah.
There's so many good songs. And when I keep saying, oh, actually, sometimes I've said, oh, Russia is my least liked song. And then, no, it's actually Norway. No, it's actually... there's no bad songs this year. Let's just face it. Not for me.
Not for you.
I feel I'm spoiled like a child in a candy shop.
That's a good thing. How about you, Fernando?
I am looking forward for tonight's surprises.
Surprises. So
there is a surprise coming.
Oh.
At least one. Possibly more,
one.
huh?
Between 1, 2, possibly even 3.
Yeah.
It's Eurovision. You can never say never.
Yep, that's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. So are you guys, by the way, people are asking if we're during the show, we're not going to stream, so we're going to talk for about, until the show starts in about an hour, just a little bit going through this show, through the songs, and then we're going to just answer some of your questions if you want, and then we'll take it from there. So as you know, 18 songs, as I pointed out, let's go for them one by one. By the way, y'all out there on the live stream, if you have not checked yet, we have our prediction video out. You can see who the team has chosen, and I can address them in here as well. But the first one on the list tonight, obviously, Alexander Rybak. That's How You Write a Song, number 2. The last time I checked, number 2 in the betting odds. Everyone on the team is going to qualify. Anyone who believe he could actually win this semi? Or you think, could he potentially win this semi, or that's maybe a little bit too far?
He could. I mean, he's the opener. He's a strong opener.
Yeah.
And it's he's very good on stage. His stage presence is super impressive. He knows how to make a show. You know, that phrase keeps coming to everything from now on.
Yes.
That's how you ...
That's how you...
Yeah.
I could possibly see him top 3 in this semi. However, I think someone else will win.
There's a song that will come.
Yes.
Okay, I think so too, actually. But I think he will be top 3. That would be my guess as well. Romania, the Humans, goodbye, the dreaded number 2 of the night. The Humans, until last night, not in the betting odds as a qualifier. Today, they're now number 10. So, borderline as of right now. Do you think that is accurate? They could maybe out, or you feel more comfortable about your predictions on that one?
I predicted them in, and I actually think I could see them just squeeze in as well. Yeah.
Same for you, or
yes,
you think?
sir. They had a really good performance during the jury show, so they could squeeze in definitely.
Yes, I totally agree. In Serbia, Nova Deka, not considered a qualifier if you listen to the fan polls and the betting odds. That doesn't mean they're going to qualify. Personally, I just don't see it happening. The final click there misses for me personally, but what do you guys think? Underestimated? The team overall did not believe it's going to qualify. Only one of our team members believes it's going to go through. But you guys...
It's Eurovision. You can never say never.
Yes.
However, personally,
That's why it's called
I don't really think that it's going to
I like the ethnicity of it, that it stays true to its original roots. I love their voices. I think they have got beautiful harmonies. It has got a lot of ingredients that I actually like. But today someone then said to me, oh, just wait until it turns over in this disco beat.
Yes.
And I would actually say maybe that is the weakest point of the song over in general. That it should stay true to its roots and maybe skip the disco beat.
Yes.
But I love this song. I love their harmonies. It's a brilliant. I could see. I could see. I'm thinking who would actually vote for it.
Yes.
It's not to be rude, but I love it, and I hope other people would
Yes.
love it as well.
I said I don't think it's going to qualify, but hey, if the majority of people will put it through, then who am I to judge? San Marino, I don't think anyone believes this one has a shot at all, huh?
You can never say never.
Really?
You know, I had this weird feeling. I have this weird feeling. I'm going to say it now. I wouldn't be surprised if Australia will fail tonight. Mm-hmm. Because yesterday had a terrible, terrible night at Eurovision.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if San Marino, somehow, there will be a miracle.
Yeah, I think they have. Even though I still unpredicted, I could see them actually, possibly even somehow enter the top 10 of the televoters. I just don't see the juries allowing it to go any further than that.
I would love them to. I would love them to qualify. They're super nice people. We met them at the London Eurovision party, and as I said to them, I really like the lyrics. Mm-hmm. I think the lyrics are very great. A bit actually, when you think about it, we had in semi-final one Switzerland's song about bullying, about kicking back. Here is another comeback song after being bullied. And I think they got very emotional, and of course it shouldn't be based on that only.
Yes.
But I think that they're both two individual very good vocalists, and I've heard them both perform several individual songs.
Yeah.
And they're quite good singers.
Yes.
But I think they seem to be underappreciated.
Appreciated. Okay, so the two of us going to discuss Denmark, Rasmussen. Okay. Yeah. I'm letting you off the hook on this one because I know it's difficult. Denmark. The team overall, everyone believes is going to go qualify. How high do you think they could go in?
Yesterday they had a really good performance.
Best so far as well.
However, after I heard during the press conference that they wanted a blizzard, and this blizzard never comes.
Well, the blizzard they had was the blizzard. It's like it did come as far as that because before it was just snowing. The blizzard now it's blowing into their face from the side.
But it's
so
not
it
really
definitely
visible.
was. Well, Sean, I thought we saw
I don't know. I thought somehow they will forget. They will do like a white.
It was not
stage.
something you would see in Game of Thrones where you're walking. I mean, they kind of do so much, but I did see that there was snow. So, but
no, you can see the snow, but it's not a blizzard. It's some snow.
I mean, I kind of have like literally a blizzard on stage. That would be a little dangerous.
But no, the first time they did it, they literally had a blizzard.
No, wait, the first time we did the rehearsals? No.
Or the second. I've seen at one point a blizzard when he had problem because most of it was going in his eyes.
Yeah, but because he's...
And then they reduced it,
All right, so then the next up is Russia. I won't break personally. I mean, the team overall does not predict Russia to qualify, which is a big controversial, not even that controversial, but surprising opinion considering Russia always qualifies, right? Personally, I don't think she had a great rehearsal during the jury show either. What do you guys think?
Based on semi-final one, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Russia fails.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm torn on this one. I don't think that people would vote for her out of sympathy, but I was actually shocked today because I was in the arena yesterday and it sounded actually okay. It sounded good to me in the arena, but seeing it today on screen here, it's I can't even say the words how it sounded. It was unpleasant to listen to.
Unpleasant to your ears.
Yeah, unpleasant to my ears, and it was vocally that something really went completely wrong, and I feel sorry for her. I still think she could actually qualify because Russia simply has, as much as it's a very controversial country, they still have a lot of supporters.
Yes.
And I think that people still will remember that she was robbed for her being
I don't know if
Russia.
that's true because 99% of people won't care. They may bring it up during the commentation, us fans, but the song was not very popular in the Eurovision community to begin with. And yes, maybe the commentators will bring it up, but most people are like, yeah, we don't care, that she was supposed to. It's like such a minor thing to them. So I think they will have very limited impact for most countries at least. Moldova, Doritos, my lucky day. We all think it's going to qualify overall second hour ranking as far as predictions are concerned. Any thoughts? I mean, it's just a no-brainer at this point.
Well, if it fails, there will be a robbed.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me put it this way: Russia might not be in it with Julia,
yes,
but then they're in it with Moldova. So just say it this way: there's a lot of Russian in the production team, Russian songwriter, Russian singer. dances, etc. And it's fine. What's not to like?
Yeah,
about
exactly. By the way, everyone is telling me I'm looking smart today. Thank you so much. Yes, I figure I'm going to dress up a little bit today. It's so popular. Everyone is stopping me. I may wear that again for the big grand finale show. I couldn't bring a whole suit, obviously, because, you know, it's too much in my luggage. But I did bring a little blazer, so I can put that one on. A vest, not a blazer. I can put that on. So, yep. Anyways, but it's not about me, it's about the music and the contest. The Netherlands, Whalen, Outlaw in them. According to our predictions as a team, we are thinking it is going to go through. But it was only in 9th place in our predictions. You actually didn't think it was going to qualify at this point, but you're not certain about it either, right?
I'm not certain. To me, it's like a
borderline
qualifier. I think it could come through, and I see why, because it's a good song. I gave it also a lot of scores in our poll, and I really think he's nailing it. And I think it's a good performance overall. Great vocal delivery, good lyrics. It's a catchy song.
Yes, it is a catchy song. Any other thoughts?
It depends.
On what?
On various factors. Actually, mostly on the commenters. Because if the commenters comment about the bread press that he had the past 2 weeks, that might affect the way people were talking about. Especially when there were bad comments about racism. And that might affect it.
But that is only a few outlets that, you know, I don't think are mainstream, right?
It depends on the commenters.
That would be a very unfortunate thing for a commentator to bring that into the contest based on an opinion about that. I hope it's not going to happen, because that would be very, very...
Personally, when I've seen the show yesterday, I think he got good focus, he got a good song. The song is there, it should qualify.
I think that...
I mean, the commenters are playing a vital role.
But I hope they're not going to bring it up.
But don't you sometimes think that when we have a controversy, that is actually like only something that is on ground, and sometimes we don't even hear it. It's like, oh, did that?
Yeah, but if they're saying, well, the commentator make it more, if the commentators bring it up, though, that's what he's saying.
Exactly.
But I don't think they're going. I hope not. But I think that people, again, you know, the staging, overthinking it. I think it looks good. Yes, we didn't expect it, but I'm fairly confident in the Netherlands' chance of qualifying. I love the song. I would be surprised if it doesn't go through. Australia, Jessica Malboy. So we're going to do that real quick, because I feel they're trying to pick on that poor little girl because we all love her. But we still believe she's going to qualify. In our ranking, I think she's in 8th place overall. I personally barely squeezed her into my top 10. I put her in 10th place right now. So I am not confident. She started out well in the first round of rehearsal and kept going downhill vocally. She seems tired and exhausted to me. And I think she hurt herself at some point during rehearsals as well. The jury show, not quite good. What do you guys think?
Jury show was forehead.
Yeah.
I think, as you say, maybe a bit outworn, a bit, maybe also to the point where she's a bit sick, and she comes across as, oh, let's just have this, get over with this. I would love her to qualify. I think Australia is maybe... They haven't been in it for so long, but but what they have sent us until now, wow! I mean, all the tracks have just been great.
Yes.
Also last year,
I'm going to be honest with you. If Australia doesn't qualify, it would be a shame in the sense of, because I personally like the song, I like the performance. However, if today she sings like she sang yesterday during the jury show,
it's goner. Yeah. So, Georgia, ethnoband Iriau for you. Currently not in our predictions to qualify. I pushed that one out of my top 10 last minute. Everyone knows who watched my videos. I love Georgia. I love it with every bone in my body. And if it qualifies, I won't cry probably, but I would freak out. I just don't see it happening. But look what happened the first semi. Anything is possible. Could Georgia be the Ireland of semi-final 2? Or the Lithuania, or whatever you want to call it.
Could be.
Could be?
Could be.
So you're not counting it completely out?
No.
Me neither. I could see it as a dark horse of semi-final 2. That would actually be a surprise qualifier. Yeah.
I am expecting a surprise.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting Georgia, Montenegro. What else do we have? I'm expecting like someone like Montenegro, Georgia, Slovenia to qualify.
Yeah.
That will be...
Yeah, somebody will go through, yes, absolutely. Even the betting odds in the semi-1 only got 7 of 10 right.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's...
You can never trust the odds.
Poland, everyone on our team, Light Me Up believes is one's going through. I think this is a pretty solid yes forward. Not much to add. How about you? It's just Poland looks good. It sounds good.
I like the.
Yeah, you like the little snake thing.
But actually, also what we spoke about yesterday, they got the camera work right.
Yes,
it's much more focused now, and it simply looks better. Now it's a pleasure to watch because it was a bit of a mess earlier. I think they got it right now.
Yes. No. Yeah, we shall see. So, who is after? What you call it? Poland, Malta. Malta is next.
Yep.
Chris.
Yep.
As of right now, the team does not believe it's going to go through. I had my list narrowed down to 12 songs, and I last minute kicked out Georgia and Malta because I had to narrow it down. She could, to me, be a borderline. She could squeeze through. She may not. It really comes down to how it was. If it's too much, because they went through everything but the kitchen sink in this particular performance. You know what I mean? So if it's going to be too distracting, or if it's just effective. That would be my opinion.
It's a full-on performance, probably one of the busiest we have here.
Yes.
And I think that she vocally has improved a lot.
Absolutely.
Vocally, she's now spot on, and she's ready for the final. And if should she be picked, and I think if the message comes across, she has a chance.
She has a chance.
One can't count her out.
All right. Hungary AWS. That yesterday during the jury show, at least in the press center, got, I would even say by far, the biggest reaction and applause. Is that very telling, people? I'm going to ask you because, well, not the other thing, they were until last night 9th in the betting odds for the semi-2. So borderline qualifier, now they jumped to 5th place already. Tell me, Fernando.
The first time I've listened to the song in Amsterdam, I said, oh my god, Hungary is coming. Boring track. But they brought energy. I don't know from where they get this energy. They must leap a lot for it.
Yes.
And yesterday, they transmitted that energy 100 times more than they did in Amsterdam. Just for the record, if you want to know better the Hungarian participants, look out in our channel, Yes United, and there's an interview, a very interesting interview with them.
All right. Chris?
It's a very energetic performance. And I also, if people just say, oh, it's just loud and they're screaming. No, it's about raw emotions. So to some people, it might just sound as noise. But it's
you can't please everybody, right?
No, but I mean, it's also please give it a chance. Listen to it, because I think it's actually one of those that has also grown.
It's amazing. It's an amazing song, in my opinion. I feel as it does such a good job delivering the raw emotions. Some people may be angry. Some people may feel as desperation. But you can feel there's something going on, even if you don't speak the language. And that's what I love about music. If you have an act that knows how to properly deliver the message, you can do it. You can sing in your native tongue and still succeed. Salvador proved it last year, and I think AWS will do really well. I feel very confident about it. The team believes it's going to go through, by the way. 5 out of 6 people believe it's going to make it. That's a pretty good number. Latvia, lower result. Now, this is a very sad situation, not dramatic, unfortunate situation. Nobody on our team believes that Latvia is going to qualify. 0 votes for Latvia. However, it seems as most people like the song. Yeah. And I think Sean perfectly summed it up. It's a song that a lot of people like. It's just not a lot. It's like hardly on anyone's top 1 or top 2 list. There will be some people, I get it, some people. But I think the concern is it'll kind of fade away when you don't vote for the songs you like, only that really stand out the most to you. What do you think?
Personally, I love the performance. Yes. However, it's after Hungary. And that might affect how people
are still recovering from that, basically.
Because you have a very song that's over here, there's energy, and then a Jesse song that might,
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah. I would also say that, Laura is kind of not the funny girl, but maybe the forgotten girl. The trouble is when you have to remember the songs afterwards, which one leaves a mark? Which one would make you actually vote for it? And I think everybody agrees she's a good vocalist. It's actually a good song. But then again, you have to stand out. And I think it just becomes a bit bland.
Yes.
In
No,
the run.
I think also Hungary is very proud of their entry this year. After I was working here, I went outside to kind of do a little video outside where the fans are coming in. I couldn't record much because people came up to me all the time saying something, thank you, Ida. But there was this one Hungarian guy who came up to me and said, thank you so much. We feel so strongly about our song this year because it's so different. We feel like we add so much value to this contest, and the fact that you support it so much means a lot to us. So there is a very strong personal connection with the Hungarians when it comes to the song. So that touches me.
But I think about with Laura that somehow she's like squeezed in between Hungary and Sweden, and I feel a bit sorry for her in that way because that makes her even less memorable.
Yeah, that's what the chef said. That is true. But speaking about Sweden obviously pretty high in the betting odds. Every single person on our team believes they're gonna go through. Anything to add? I mean, this one is going to be popular with the juries, and it's going to do really well with the televoters as well.
There's only one thing that I can say.
What?
Who wants to dance Matt off?
Oh,
some of you leave our comments.
Dance
Someone
me off?
can dance Matt off tonight.
Gonna dance you off. Okay, I don't know. I'm not an dancer, but what do you about Chris? I mean,
I love everything about
Yeah.
Benjamin. It was somehow clear several times, and also seeing him perform at London Eurovision Party, I was like, you're good to go for the final.
Yes. Okay, then Montenegro, a beautiful backhand ballad, broke my heart that I didn't put it in my top 10. However, he did exactly what a lot of other acts did. He really did well during the jury show. So while there were a few criticisms are always so harsh, but it is technical criticism that we had when it comes to the camera work, him kind of not connecting with the audience, the camera. It seems as he kind of was in the right zone, in the right place yesterday. To me, it's back on the radar. Even though as a team overall we said no, I would not be shocked. What do you think?
It could be, if there was to have if you have to choose between a Balkan song, if you have to choose between Serbia and Montenegro, I'm actually leaning more towards Montenegro.
Yeah.
I think that could be the one that would come to the final out of those two. And I love this song. He's a great singer, great composition. Montenegro is doing again what they do the best.
Yeah. Anything?
I'm happy that Montenegro changed the staging, the colors of the staging. It looks like a fairy tale now. It looks how it should be.
Yes.
And you know why they changed it?
Because you told them to?
Yeah. It was.
I'm sure a lot of people said that actually, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So
but
the background they changed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was asked by one of the delegates what I thought about it after seeing the rehearsal, and we were actually sitting together, and I called one from the delegates. After my call, she went back to the group and they discussed it, and ESC United made them change the backdrop. Just saying.
You're welcome, peoples.
ESC United said Vala ne to the backdrop.
Yes. We've got the power. No, speaking of Hala ne, are we going to say Hala ne or Hala ye to Slovenia? Are they going to go through? Interestingly enough, the team was divided. 3 said yes, 3 said no. Chris, Sean, and I said, yep, she's going to squeeze through. So anything, we talked about it earlier, there's nothing else to add.
I think she could, well actually you put it very right in that way, that 6 out of 6 people was like 50-50, so she could actually be the borderline, the 10th qualifier on the semi-final.
Yes.
She could be the one.
Fernando?
The only reason why I think Slovenia won't qualify is that it looks too. The sound might look heavy on TV.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
It will catch attention, but
May not be enough.
no, I think it will look like. Remember, there's Hungary in this competition, and people will fall in love with Hungary.
Interesting. So that's gonna. Well, then the last one on the list is Ukraine. Controversial situation, people. That gentleman to my left, in his prediction, said Ukraine. I don't think so. I know I put you on the spot earlier.
Yeah,
I gotta do it again, Chris.
It's so hard because it was really not on my radar before coming here. It was just a song. It didn't really. But when I saw him on stage, I was like, okay, you control this.
Yeah.
He came across so good.
But you basically said earlier as well that you had it more of a borderline qualifier, and initially you just had to remove it because you thought Russia will go through. Was that, am I correct?
Yeah. But
We'll see.
yeah.
I think you're going to be wrong on that one. Actually, I think I know you will be wrong on this one.
I can feel it because I think on this semi-final we have an intense closing song and we have an intense opener.
Yeah.
And I really think that the running order is amazing on this semi-final.
Yes. And it ends on a big bang with the fires. It's like a little bit like Fuego kind of ending. Not like just because of fire, but it ends on a big note, the show. This will be remembered. It has a good amount of support in the summer to begin with, just from a friendly vote. And it has an impact. Now, I'm not saying it's going to win the contest, but it's going to fly through. Yeah. Fernando, am I right? Am I right?
I have no doubt Ukraine will shine through this. Will shine through and top 10 in the grand final.
Yeah, well, keep in mind, let's say that, because Armenia's out, Azerbaijan is out, Belarus is out. Let's just assume Russia is out. Look at how many points Ukraine will get in the final.
Yes, definitely. Maybe not full points from Ukraine.
Not all Russia, the time, but there's still a few. Yeah.
There might. No,
well, I'm not even saying Russia itself from Russia, but Russia takes a lot of points from the others.
Also Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania.
Yeah, to a lesser extent, but still, yeah.
There are many, and let's face it, people love Ukraine after the experience we had last year. So.
Yes.
Actually, and I also think if you just show the running order to us just once again. I wanted to make a little advert for us, which I actually forgot to do earlier.
Do it.
On our channel, you should actually check out our interviews, what we have with them in semi-final 2. And I will start with, we have San Marino from London Eurovision Party, and
touchscreen.
Because then it would be you afterwards with the ones you did at Amsterdam.
Yeah, so we have interviews with Romania, Serbia.
No, but I was saying the ones I did at London Eurovision Party.
Okay.
That's what I said. And then we can, So we have San Marino that we did at London Eurovision Party and on ground here in Lisbon. We have Rasmussen. There are several interviews from the Danish national final after his winning and before, and actually also London Eurovision Party. We have Australia. We got her at London Eurovision Party. A very nice interview. And we have Sweden. Oh God, how many interviews do we have with Sweden?
48.
Yeah, at
48.
minimum. And also we have the lovely Vanya from Montenegro, also from London Eurovision Party. Do check them out.
There you have it. So let's we have about 30 minutes or 25 minutes left. Let's answer some of you guys' questions. But I just want to give you a quick run through of our thoughts. Check out our prediction video. We're probably going to be off, but it's just for fun anyway. Questions is, what are your thoughts on Lithuania being 4th in the odds now? The last time I checked earlier, they were 5th. So that is, I mean, I think that song has so much going for it. It is so sweet. And I'm glad
at the moment.
It's 5th again.
Yes.
Still, but it's climbing.
Yeah.
I don't see a winner here. Maybe I am not quite as. Maybe I'm missing it. I think it's a beautiful song. I just don't see a winner here. I don't know. That's just me.
I don't see a winner either, but I'm happy. I was super happy that she qualified. I was super happy for the song. It's very touching, and
yes.
I'm glad that what I called the Battle of the Ballads actually ended up with me having 2 of my 3 ballads with me to the final.
Yes.
And she deserves it.
And she deserves it, yes. Bye, Barry. Go by the time you're leaving. Enjoy the show. Does the post-show stream starts right after when the results are clear? About 2 minutes later, yes. Because we're doing recording at that point as well, recording reactions. So we will be back within the next 2 minutes after the results are known. We just need to, get some few things taken care of. But yes, we will be streaming. TK says, Matt, why do you look so dapper today? Well, I just figured I'm going to dress up. It's a big night, and I don't know. I felt a little down this morning, and usually when I'm sad, I dress up nice. It makes me feel better, and people seem to like it. So I'm like, well, I'm going to wear this again for Saturday for the big grand finale. I don't have a blazer, but I did bring a vest with me.
Oh.
So I could wear this as well on top of it. But I figured that's like a little much. I'm keeping that for next Saturday, I guess.
And it's also a hot room with seats.
It's a very hot room, yeah. So I'm going to have sweat stains everywhere. Next question. Ali H, where is Slovenia in the odds in terms of qualifying tonight? They climbed up a little. Can you bring up the betting odds again? Go to the semi-final two. But I think they're like in second to last initially, 17th place.
Now
they're 15th now. 14th.
14th, yes.
So they're climbing up a little bit, which still...
look who climbed.
Malta went up a little. But again, these are betting odds.
Yes.
They don't mean that much. I mean a little, but don't overthink it. That's basically what it is. Roxy Stark says, I'm so scared for Sweden. Eurovision is full of surprises. I'm shaking. Roxy, I'm not trying to sound too overconfident, but there's no need to. I mean, unless he just falls asleep during his performance. This one's going through. It looks good. It sounds right. It's a Eurovision-friendly song. It's a radio-friendly song. Everything, the camera work is fantastic. So I don't know what else to add.
He's also got a nice personality. He's a real showman.
Yeah.
And to me, he's got the full package.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Do you think that Romania could qualify? Yes. Our team overall did not predict for it to qualify, but it was just missed it. 6 people are here. 2 said yes, 4 said no. I still believe that either Russia or Romania could qualify, one of them. I don't think that Ukraine will be the sole perfect record qualifier. I think either Romania or Russia will squeeze through. So, and I personally would rather see Romania go through because I think they put so much work and effort into it, and it would be it would add more to the finals. That'd be my opinion.
I like these kind of 80s rock ballad.
Yes.
I'm keep thinking about Heart, like when they did this Alone, these big arena ballad. And I think it's a rock ballad in a way, in an 80s way. And I love her vocals because I remember watching back at when it was first released, and I thought, oh, this blonde girl, what to expect? And then all of a sudden, hey, she rocks.
Yes.
Her vocal, wow.
Oh, by the way, Alice wanted to say she doesn't have a question, but just wanted to say good job, thank you, and love you, Chris. See, people love
Thank
you.
And also, I have to say thank you to the ones who have been writing to me on Messenger, even I'm not so often on Instagram, and all of a sudden it was like, oh God, I had the most touching messages on Instagram. Okay, I'm starting to cry again, so let me just leave it for there. But thank you dearly.
Thank you.
It's been a rough week.
As it goes, you know, the haters gonna hate, and we're just gonna shake it off.
Yeah, and that's, I have the best boss here, and Fernando, he's a good one. I should be more like Fernando. Yeah.
Okay, TKS, do you think Russia will be booed if they qualify? They better not. I don't care about the police situation. We need to stay above it. We all have our thoughts, opinions about Russia, what's going on in that country, and what's going on. But let's not go there.
Let's not go there. I mean, booing, really? We keep saying, oh, it's not political, and then, I mean, booing is just so disrespectful because I don't want people to boo at a country. What they do is actually boo at an artist, and they're just representing their country with the best music that they have.
Yes.
And I mean, you may like the song or dislike it, but booing directly to the artist is it's a no-go for us here at ES United. We don't do that.
There is one question you need to ask yourself before you boo. Would you want people to boo at you?
Yes. And I get you're not trying to. Do you think you're not booing at the artist, but but at the country or the government? But that's not how it comes across. You always look like the bad guy, and it would be horrible because in 2016 when Sergei Lazarev was saying, but everyone was cheering and being super excited because he was hot. Is that would be super superficial, So I hope we're not going to go down that route. Shima Sachi said, "Are you surprised that Germany's now in the top 10?" I saw that earlier. They're like 10th in the betting odds. I'm like, what hell? I am not counting out Germany in the top 10. Not like in the top 5, but top 10 I can see it happening.
I don't remember having a year where the Big Six, as we call it, have been as strong as this year. I mean, finally they all seem to...
They realized, hey, maybe we need to step up the game a little bit.
And let's take it a bit serious, shall we? So I actually think it's a year where I do enjoy all those 6 songs as well.
Yeah. A friend of mine who's going to said people are planning on booing Russia. Well, if you have 5 people booing, it's not going to be heard. So I think the team is preparing for that every single year for that to happen. But again, in the end, you look like the
booers are the one who looks silly.
I almost used a curse word, but I'm not. Yeah. So you like the bad guy. That's what I'm going to say.
But I don't get what people want to do. What do they get out of it? Yeah. I don't get the benefit of it.
Yes, exactly. So we'll have to wait and see. So we have, what, 20 minutes, 26 minutes until the show starts.
I'm so excited.
I know, it's like...
Just can't get high.
In a couple of hours, or like a few hours, we know all 26 finalists.
Finally.
And then tonight, by the way, peoples, stick around. It's going to take a few hours, probably like 2 hours, but we'll get the running order.
Yeah.
We get the full running order. That is very, very important. And that people think it's going to make or break. The question is, both Israel and Cyprus in the second half, who's going to be put where? Would they dare to put Cyprus again in last? I don't think they probably could. I could see Cyprus being in 20th or something like that, probably, and Netta maybe 24th or something like that.
I think still, it's still the running order is going to be very exciting to see how they're going to make.
Well, the interesting is where these qualifiers going to go, because as you remember, the majority of the slower songs were in the first half,
and second,
and all the upbeat ones mostly for the in the second half. A few exceptions. Ireland, second half, they must be like, yeah, I'm going to be the only slow song in the second half. So we're going to see how that's going to be distributed. But I think the producers are like, ah. Yeah,
and they also had a press conference here yesterday where they were talking about the quality of the songs. And Jon Ole Sand, he said he can't remember for the many years that he has been doing Eurovision.
Yes.
That this field has ever been as strong as this year.
Yes, he's had that as well. Yeah. Matt, put away the bottle. I just put it away. Yes, no, I was still drinking it. So, of course, I was holding it. TK, any comments on Salvador's comment on Toy? I don't. Not my business. He can say whatever they want. People can respond whatever they want. But to me, that's gossip. Yeah. Germany is even 9th now. They passed Czech Republic.
Wow.
Oh. That fact that I was born in Germany, of course. I always have a slightly bias towards Germany, but of course, I know how much they suck. So it just feels good being a little higher up. That doesn't mean they're going to do well, but I think this will be definitely the best result, at least since 2012. I'm not sure if they're going to beat it, but after 5 years of meh, I think I feel
it's time for Germany
better.
to do better.
Yes,
and France.
And Germany deserves it. I personally like the song. Mike is a very nice person. So.
Yeah, he is. And
he's my age,
Yeah? All right, there you go. Well, then you have to like him. That's how it goes.
Not really.
Do you remind Marcus and Martinez? Do you remind Marcus and Martinez from... Do you remember Marcus and Martinez from last year? I don't remember.
They're from Norway.
They're from Norway, yeah.
The act?
But they were not... They didn't represent Norway.
No.
They are just from Norway.
But like press?
They're kids.
They're kids.
They're famous kids.
Oh, the ones that did the spokespersons?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I do. I remember those two. I didn't remember the names. I just like, me likey or something that he said.
Wow. They're extremely popular.
Moldova will open the final if they will be in the first half. Doesn't sound like could be, but I think it's too much to be an opener. I think they would put it like in 7th or 8th.
Yeah, it would feel like they wasted too much already from the beginning of the show. I'm
trying to think. I could see if Australia qualifies, Australia could be an opener.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see who else. Norway could. I don't think they would put Norway in for going first twice.
No.
It could be Slovenia.
No.
Yeah, the break wouldn't work there.
No.
Yeah, you have to think it through.
Maybe Poland.
Poland could be an opener. Absolutely.
I would say Poland or Netherlands.
Oh, no.
Netherlands could happen, yes, but I don't think they're going to go first. But it's a possibility, yes. Loved all your reactions. Do stay to the results. Do we get to see it today too? Friends, yes, we will put up the camera. We try not. It's kind of weird because you're always trying to be normal. You don't want to fake your reaction, so you're always so aware of the camera. But it was honest. But it was so crazy because after like 2 results, you forgot the camera was there. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right, we're being recorded. We're going to record the whole press, well, as much as we can, of the press center. Why is Australia continuing to collaboration with such a baptism after these 3 years of mess? 3 years of mess? I don't know, the 3 years. I mean, they've been doing well. So I don't know what you're referring to.
No, I don't know. There was quite a backfire.
Backlash
on Isaiah, and I don't see it.
Well, the staging was very self-indulgent. It was basically just him.
Well.
It was hair flying in the wind.
Sorry.
Licking his finger. I'm being dramatic here. So I thought it was awesome. For me, personally, it was a turn-off. Right? It was a little too much. Like, okay, I get you on stage. So other than that, he was just walking on that circle thing, the platform that kept spinning. So I don't know if I didn't like it. This year was not that great either. But Damien was fantastic.
Do you remember? Do you remember after her one of her rehearsals, when the whole press center went crazy?
Yes, yes,
And
I
she
totally
came over
remember that.
to the press meet and greet, and people went once more completely wild. And she looked like completely lost in translation. And she looked out at the crowd. She grabbed the mic and she was like, "Hey, relax! It was only a rehearsal."
Oh yeah, yes.
And to me, that has been the coolest moment ever.
I like these moments. My favorite moments was actually when people kind of play with in the rehearsals, because Netta, in the first rehearsal, she was singing, then her earpiece stopped working, and she's like, "Hey, I need some more playback in here," during the song.
Yeah.
And like, that's so funny to me. I live for these moments. Do you
Even
know?
Salvatore last year.
Who?
Salvatore last year completely changed the lyrics of the song during one of
He was doing the trumble thing, like, boo, boo, boo,
Yeah.
and he's like, "It's just rehearsal, folks." I love that kind of stuff. And now it's frustrating for the producers, probably like, "Yeah, well, we're rehearsing here." Okay, so do you know when we will find out the running order for the grand final, and who fake qualified earlier in the family show? I don't remember who fake qualified. I should have written it down. But to answer the first part, it will be in a couple. Once the show's over, like an hour, 2 hours later. Immediately after the results, the producers get together and put them together.
Immediately after the press conference.
Yeah, like an hour or two later.
After the press conference, not after the show.
Oh yeah, that's true. After the press conference, that's right. Chris is the best Viking. Keep freezing that arrow in the air.
Will
Use your
do.
special power.
I will. And,
Show us how to use your special power.
well, that would be revealing my secret.
Yeah, you can do that. Don't ruin the magic.
I'm going.
What do you think about Russia qualifying? Would it be deserved? My opinion is, if they qualify based just on likability of the convince the juries or the televoters, absolutely she deserves to qualify. Now, if you say she only qualifies because their friends vote for her, then I can understand why it's frustrating. But there are not enough friends in the semi to push her through. Even if her closest friends, whether it's like Moldova gives a lot of points, they would have to pick up more points from countries like Latvia. And it's just not going to be enough because you need at least 100 points. So if she qualifies, she gets points from a lot of different countries, and then therefore she deserves it. Isn't that a fair thing to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Can Slovakia skip the fake part if they qualify, or do they must perform the exact same on final? Can Slovenia skip the fake part? Oh no, they have to do the fake part. They can. This is all set. Once they have a staging set, they cannot change it. So no, she has to do it. The only thing she could do is just pretend nothing happened, just waiting for it. But she has to play along. Yes,
Yeah.
there are no more changes, no more adjustments. This is it.
Matt,
Yes.
we should say hello to all those viewers who are watching us for Australia. I've seen 2 or 3 coming up.
Oh really?
Thank you for your dedication. It's like 4:30 in the morning in Australia and they're still watching
That's
us, Matt.
you guys are weird. No, I'm kidding. Please. Mine's easier when when I still was in the United States and didn't do press, because we were like 9 hours ahead. So I was watching it
Behind.
behind. Sorry, yes, at noon, which wasn't quite as bad, right? So,
Did you take the day off
Yes.
just to watch Eurovision?
Yes.
So you're calling the Aussies crazy. So what are you doing?
I am a fan. I don't know. No, but honestly, since I lived in Florida for the longest time, it was
the
only 6
semi-finals,
hours,
no?
so it wasn't quite as bad. So I worked like in the morning, and then watched it like at 3 p.m., which was manageable, I guess. But yeah, that's dedication. That's dedication, and I applaud you for that. Okay, so how do you think the juries receive Hungary's entry? We've been talking about this,
Yeah.
and juries often are actually more open when it comes to rock songs. I get it; it's not a standard rock song. I know I'll be like, it's post-hardcore. I get it, but the fact is that they're often a little bit more interested in hearing those harder sounds than the televoters. So my prediction is it's going to go big with the juries. What do you think? You don't know? You're making a face.
No, I think juries would loved Hungary yesterday.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those songs where it will be more or less equal with the jury votes and the
For
televotes.
example-
I think this is not one that will divide with a huge gap between either. I
Yes.
think it will actually be on par.
Okay.
But it also depends on the jury taste. For example, the one on the Netherlands jury, she's like a rocker. She will appreciate that.
Yes.
Maybe other juries wouldn't. So it also taste, it always plays a vital role.
That is
in
true.
Eurovision.
Okay, Francoise is saying, watching with my daughters for the very first time. Hope they like it. I'm nervous for Waylon. Well, hi to your family, and this is a fun thing to watch with the family. Hopefully they're going to appreciate Eurovision. I am nervous for Waylon too. I love the song. I'm trying not to get the negativity when it of surrounding the song to me, and I still have high hopes for it. It just belongs to the finals. I just want it in there so badly. So my fingers are crossed.
You should read Aussie Rose.
Aussie Rose, can you read it to me?
Yeah, she said,
Oh, there it is. I got it. Thanks, Matt and the team. People say I'm crazy being up at 3 a.m. to watch it, but they just don't understand. Is there a song? They don't understand. Is that from a Eurovision song, that line? But they don't understand. There's a song in there. Anyway, yeah, they don't get it, but they don't get even when I say, yeah, I'm flying from flipping California, the other side of the world, to do Eurovision. They're like, why?
how many hours did you fly?
It's about, well, I flew to Barcelona. That's about 11 hours.
So he flew 11 hours just to be here.
Yeah, and
That
then,
is
well, and then
dedication.
another 2 hours to Lisbon. So, you know, so that's 13 hours.
From Barcelona to Alice.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
2 hours is nothing. They serve you a little snack and they drink something and then you please 11 hours. Even that I don't mind. All right, so we have what 15 minutes left. So we're gonna talk for about 10 more minutes and then we're gonna go offline to get ready, watch the show, and we want to enjoy this one because we worked hard these past God knows how long, and we want to enjoy at least the show. But we'll be back right after the results, so don't worry. The UK jury loved Midnight Gold a couple of years back. I remember that. The juries in general liked it better than the televoters, but especially the UK jury, the only ones that gave it actually 12 points. But it was actually pretty high in a lot of other juries as well. So that's what I'm saying. You just never know. And unfortunately, the UK isn't voting in this semi. But it doesn't mean, you know, that others won't appreciate it because jury members change, you know, every year.
Yeah,
so you
and
never
also,
know.
I mean, a good song will stand out no matter which country, no matter which jury.
You guys are looking good. Love that suit. Thank you, thank you. Red is my favorite color by far. So it doesn't usually look good on camera. So I didn't wear much of that. So red is not a good color on camera. Red shirt, like being very bright.
Yeah, it depends. But
Yeah, if you accentuate it, that's what I'm saying. This is not like in your face kind of red. So yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, let's see if we have a couple more questions. Matt, you should marry for European, so you won't have to take those long flights. Well, I have a German passport. I'm German American, so I don't need to marry anyone just to do that. So I got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I got the best of both worlds. If I saw you for the very first time here, I thought you'd cheering for Georgia. Georgia is okay. I love Georgia. Love it. But I said I have come to terms that this will probably not qualify, but I'm sending positive vibes to the team. They did a beautiful job with the staging. They sound amazing. Hopefully the jury supports it, but if it's not going to happen, I'll always have it. You know, the song is not going to go away. They're not going to delete it from the world.
I mean, our reaction, if they qualify, wow.
Oh,
But
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I would be like, I don't know.
Ooh, you have a marriage proposal from Miss Stump, one and only.
Man,
He's already taken.
marry me. I'll be your queen bee.
Yeah.
I love you endlessly. I'll do it for you. I forgot the
I'll
words.
do it for you,
For
and for
you.
you, and for you. Marry me, baby.
Hey guys, do you think qualifiers are easier to predict in this semi, or may we see surprises? Well, our big egos here believe it's easier, and we're probably going to be wrong.
No, it's not. This
I-
year,
yeah.
it's very. This year it's very difficult year.
It's difficult year, but I think it's slightly easier. I'm not saying it's easy. It's easier than the first one. That would be my best thing to say.
I would say I got like 8 out of 10 in semi-final one, and I think I'll be actually around 8 out of 10 tonight as well. That's my aim. If I get
Yes.
more, that
Yes.
would be great.
Absolutely. I can't believe it. Only 7 minutes to go. And then, well, the show is 12 minutes, but we leave in 7 minutes. So if you have any last minute questions, let us know. We will be back after the live results. And tomorrow we will also live stream the jury show of the grand final.
Oh,
Crazy sauce. We're almost there.
we're almost there.
I don't know what's happening.
almost there.
I know it goes so fast, it takes so long, but
It doesn't take long. I don't think it doesn't. It doesn't take long.
it doesn't.
As long as September, when it's 1st September, Shit, time flies.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Sunday, the very first rehearsal seems like weeks ago
yeah.
to me, you know, like because so much has happened. So that's just crazy to me. Your red on white colors are creating vibes for flags with white and red. Well, whatever I can do to help. Look, Hugh pointed out I just need like get a little like a cross and I look like the Maltese flag.
Yes.
Or it could be Poland, right?
Poland.
Or Monaco, but they're not around. Who else has red and white? Oh, Austria, but I need more red. I need a second red. Yeah.
It could be channeling.
Georgia.
Oh, Georgia,
too,
yeah.
As someone said.
But
Yeah.
then you need more crosses. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes. Any shock non-qualifiers do you think Liam Stone is asking? We mentioned before, I think the one that we all agree on could be the biggest surprise is Australia.
All of them.
Of course, anyone can be if they don't qualify. It's a non-qualifier. I think the one that more likely to not qualify is Australia.
Yeah.
I just don't see Sweden not qualifying. You know what I mean?
Or Norway. For that.
Of course, that would be a big surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, but realistically, that's what I'm talking about.
Also, Latvia has red and white colors.
Exactly.
Huh?
Latvia.
Yeah, but they have a
No,
different
no,
red. That's more like maroon. That's more maroon, right?
I would say like you that we have expectations to Australia to qualify, but it could be one of those where we actually
Fail.
it's
Yeah.
not qualifying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Australia fails.
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
that we know in a few hours.
When are we going to learn the running order for the final? ESC fan is asking. A couple of hours, an hour or two after the press conference is done, because during the press conference they are going to draw numbers, like not numbers, but what half they're going to perform in. Then the team has them all. They get together and go for them, and then sometimes it can be 3 in the morning or something like that. So it's always late. So you may be asleep by then. Okay, so other questions here. Higaldo Amadillo, mad, looks good in Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna wear a sack tomorrow. Latvia is red and white. Yeah, I said, it's more like a darker red, I think, right? It's more maroon. We'll meet after semi 2, Yes, it's going to be awesome. So we have a few more minutes. I love how Portuguese journalists know nothing about Eurovision, so they say Australia is a certain qualifier and is a big contender to win the contest. Well, I think Australia's not going to win this year. It is a contender to qualify, but not a certain qualifier anymore, because it's true. Portugal has not been as Portuguese fans, except you have the die-hard fans as well, but the mainstream has not been very involved with Eurovision over the years. So this is like the first time they have like this mainstream exposure to it, really, right? So they're kind of like caught off guard.
Yeah.
They don't know all the ins and outs. Who else? What we got here? Any questions? Looking sharp, Mister. See, that's I get sharp and smart today. I never.
Someone is asking if you broadcast tomorrow.
If I'm going to bring what?
If you will, Marco Stanley is asking if you will broadcast tomorrow.
Yes, we're going to have the live stream for the jury show. Absolutely. Abso-flippin'-lutely. We're always here. We don't have a life. We're here for Eurovision. That's everything.
And we also, of course, like to know. It's nice to see that you in the chat are discussing your likes or which ones you think will qualify or not qualify. But I think it looks like we also agreed on here on the team.
Yes.
With Australia to be one of those really dangerous.
Yes.
She could be in a bit in a danger.
Yes. All right, guys. So that's it. The show starts in 7 minutes. So why don't you all just get your drinks and food ready, take a bathroom break, and watch the show. We're going to do the same. And we'll be back after the show. I'm sure there's going to be strong reactions either way. Some shockers, some not shockers.
And we're going to wish all the country all the best of luck. May they give their hammering performance, all of them, where they really nail it.
100% confirmed, agreed. So, again, we'll see you all later. Thanks for tuning in. This is always fun. And, see you in a couple hours.